Hey, what's up, everyone? It is Finish Strong Friday, hashtag FSF, and time to do a little wrap-up of this crazy week. We've got Elon Mania, apparently, and his Saturday Night Live appearance, Dogecoin roller coasters and its related mania. We got double-digit red in the markets for 2 days straight, even though we're kind of back on track a little bit now. And now what? The IRS investigating Binance, and yet here we are, all living, breathing, and rocking the crypto market. So stick around, because I'm going to give you some balance to this roller coaster and hopefully give you some tips on keeping sane through the craziness and just generally helping you finish strong for your Friday. So hey guys, Jeff here on the CC Mentor channel, your cryptocurrency coach and mentor. Whether you're brand new to the cryptoverse or whether you've been around for a while like I have, I'm just here to help you navigate this crazy space, maybe dig up some possible opportunities, and just generally share my view of the crypto market in an effort to hopefully make y'all some money and make me some money too. And occasionally I will go off on a philosophical rant. I feel like there might be one coming on today, actually, about how I see things in this amazing world of digital assets. And this has been a crazy week. So guys, I'm going to get to it in just a second. But if you do enjoy the content, please, I would really appreciate it if you would punch up that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'd love to have you drop a comment as well to share your own views, as well as hitting that bell button so you can get notifications for videos every time I drop them. So with that, let's get into it. So first of all, if you're new to the channel, one of the things you'll hear me say over and over and over is crypto isn't about just investing. It's about an evolution. It's about a revolution, and not just the evolution of money, but a revolution of choice. What do I mean by that? Well, it's about sovereignty. It's about the ability to have what you want, the ability to do what you want with your time, to make the choices you want, and creating the life you really want to live. And doing all this without having to ask permission from a government or financial institution, just so you can use your own money for your own purposes. You know, the underlying rule of sovereignty is also that you do all that as long as you're not harming somebody else, any other individual, or the planet. That's my view anyway, and the process. And so, you know, I think crypto represents true freedom, honestly, on many levels, and has the ability to do a great deal of good in the world, and it already is doing that. So on that happy note, let's talk about the market. Let's talk about some of the exciting news, maybe that's the right word, this exciting news this week that has everyone either freaking out or scratching their heads or maybe just laughing. I mean, come on, guys, we've got to just laugh it off, depending on your personal mindset. So let's start with this. The report that the United States Tax Authority, the IRS, and the Department of Justice is investigating, I'll say that like this, investigating the major trading exchange, Binance. Really? Really? Is that really what's happening? So I want to take this opportunity to review what I just said about crypto being a revolution of sovereignty. Well, guys, making your own choices also means being responsibility for your own research and also being responsible for your own emotions. Come on, guys. I mean, doing your own due diligence is important. And generally, you got to read beyond the headlines, the freaking clickbait headlines. You got to read beyond the headlines. So here, my friends, is one of the many articles that were published about this alleged investigation of Binance, okay? And first of all, I'm pretty sure the U.S. doesn't have jurisdiction over Binance, at least not the international version. Maybe Binance.us, maybe, yes, perhaps, but not the big international Binance. The U.S. just wants to make sure that they get their grubby little paws on your money, wherever it is, so they like to create these far-reaching fishing expeditions to see if they can get people to just basically turn over themselves or just kind of cower down in fear and go, oh my God, the IRS is investigating Binance. I better do something. What should I do? Okay, caveat here, by the way. Before somebody thinks I'm advocating that you don't pay your taxes or you don't follow the laws of your country, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying be informed, know your own rights, and make good decisions about your money. Okay, so this is one of the many articles. Let's dissect this very quickly. I'm not going to go into the whole thing. It'd be crazy to go into the whole thing. But, and by the way, this touches on both of the big issues I wanted to talk about with regard to Elon, news, investigations, etc. So we'll come back to this. But I just highlighted a couple of sections here. According to a Bloomberg report, 2 government agencies are looking into Binance Holdings Limited as part of an investigation into U.S. residents using cryptocurrencies for illegal transactions. Not all their inquiries are necessarily tied to the allegations of wrongdoing. That little underlying thing right there, not all of their inquiries are necessarily tied to the allegations of wrongdoing. Come on, man. It's just FUD. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. A lot of these news articles are designed to create fear in you so that you will run and they can contain you and keep you under control. A Binance spokesperson said that the company took their legal obligations very seriously and engaged with regulators and law enforcement in a creative fashion. This is CZ said. He said on Twitter that the crypto exchange was collaborating with law enforcement agencies to fight bad players rather than seemingly being a target of any potential investigation. Read between the lines. Then it goes on to say the price of major currencies dropped as the report broke. The price of Bitcoin fell 3.8% from 50 down to 48,000, blah, blah, blah. We all experienced it if you're watching the markets the last few days. But what's really going on here, guys? What's really going on here? It's just a report. It's not an actual investigation. They're looking into, basically what they're doing is they're trying to see whether U.S. persons are actually doing business in Binance.com, which is the international version where we're supposedly not allowed to do that anymore. You're supposed to do Binance.us so they can keep their little eyes on you and keep you under their microscope. So all good. Now, honestly, that's all I really want to say about that. You can do your own research. Go check it out for yourself. Every article has the underlying subtext of, well, I don't know if it's exactly really an investigation. We're just kind of looking into some things. And of course, we can't leave this article without talking about Elon because, you know, I mentioned at the beginning. So here's my question. And I say this with all due respect to what Elon does, who Elon is, what he's accomplished, undoubtedly what he will accomplish. But when the entire market starts getting all triggered by everything he says or does, that I think is a problem. Elon is not crypto, guys. Elon is not Dogecoin. So please be careful putting too much stock into whatever Elon says or does and what he needs to do based on the shareholders of Tesla. Like stop accepting Bitcoin. You know, that is probably pressure from the inside, from the board, I mean, I don't know. You know, I'm just speculating here myself. But he didn't just lose faith in Bitcoin. But what happened? As soon as he made the announcement, the price of Bitcoin started tanking too. So, you know, whether it's on a philosophical value, here's what they say. Elon Musk energy concerns cause massive market dip. Well, those energy concerns actually can be offset by a lot of different arguments, which I'm not going to get into today. But you can look up what Michael Saylor has to say about that, for example. And I may publish something about that in the near future. And, you know, you would certainly have to ask the question, well, how much does it cost to run the dollar printing machines and to take the truckloads of cash to the Federal Reserve banks? And, you know, aren't we using a pretty significant amount of energy there as well? So, you know, Elon's concerns apparently were that most of the mining is done in China and most of China's electricity is running off coal-based electricity, you know, coal-based energy. Okay, so that's a reasonable concern. He made his decisions for whatever reasons he made his decisions because of what he had to do. That shouldn't have that dramatic of an effect on the market, but the news has an effect on the market. So what we saw after these two major announcements, or at least what appeared to be major announcements, was 2 days of basically double-digit price crashes for almost every cryptocurrency. Based on what? A couple of headlines and an interpretation of what Elon had to say, and his appearance on Saturday Night Live last Saturday where he called Dogecoin a hustle. That was a joke, guys, by the way. It was a joke. Here, look, here's the joke. Let's play it.
Well, it's the future of currency. It's an unstoppable financial vehicle that's going to take over the world.
I get that, but what is it, man?
I keep telling you, it's a cryptocurrency you can trade for conventional money.
Oh, so it's a hustle.
Yeah, it's a hustle.
Why didn't you say that, man? Don't father everybody. It's a hustle.
All right, it's a hustle. Apparently, it's a hustle. All right, now look. Remember, this is comedy, guys. This is comedy. Okay, so. By the way, I got to say, you know, I enjoyed him. His skits were seriously funny on Saturday Night Live, including this Doge Father piece that he did on the Weekend Update segment, which is always my favorite on SNL, but I digress. And as I warned you, I also tend to go on a bit of a rant sometimes, but this stuff to me, guys, it's ridiculous. But hey, if you watch the show, did you notice how many crypto fans were in the audience? Not just Dogecoin supporters, but I mean real crypto fans from the very beginning. It was pretty cool. So what does all this actually mean? Well, personally, and this is just my opinion, guys, I think it means that crypto is becoming more mainstream. I think it's reaching a broader scope of adoption. And quite frankly, I think it's scaring the living crap out of governments, banking cartels, huge multinational conglomerate corporations. Wait, are those things actually different? Anyway, like I said, I digress. And I think, you know, it supports my entire thesis that we're in the middle of this revolution of money and financial institutions. A revolution of people who just want to be free to make their own decisions without having to ask permission from their governments, their banks, taxing authorities, or anyone else. It's about sovereignty. Okay, so to wrap things up here, I promised that I would give you some tips for keeping sane in the craziness. So guys, your mindset while you're in the crypto space is vital. It's really easy to get sucked into somebody else's agenda or into somebody else's wave of emotions that happen with the market, or your particular favorite cryptos going crashing down, or even start smashing up into an upward trend. I mean, the emotional roller coaster is not the ride you really want to be on in crypto. You can't make good decisions that way. The most important thing you can do is just to keep some balance. You know, accept that crypto is a volatile market. It's volatile. Understand that double-digit red numbers in the market aren't the end of the world. In fact, in crypto, we call it just another Thursday. It happens. Our markets go up and down, fast and furious, and until you accept that reality, you're going to find yourself either stressed out or exploding with excitement all the time. Find time for other things, guys. Take time for self-care. Get some exercise, meditate, spend some time with your family. Don't get so obsessed. Even today, it's Finish Strong Friday, and I went out, took my puppy hiking. Can you hear that? This kid, he sleeps half the day after I take him hiking. As soon as I start making a video, he's down there crunching plastic bottles, jumping up and down, throwing things down the room and barking. So I'm not even going to try to edit any of that stuff out. He's a blast to have. But anyway, hey guys, I walk my talk too. I meditate, I exercise every day. I spend time walking with and training the puppy. Can't apparently train him not to be off my videos, but I'm not immune to this stuff either still. You know, I get caught up in it sometimes too. And look, I always seem to find that tomorrow brings some kind of a new change. And when we see the news that seems to be reporting some kind of a major event, well, what I do is I just shrug my shoulders and I say, it's just another day in crypto. And oh, if it seems important, and some things actually are. I mean, it's important to stay up on the news, especially the news that affect your particular investments or that affect the marketplace overall. But it's important to stay up on the news in the crypto space. If it seems important, just read past the headline, right? Don't get sucked into the headline and expect that to be the actual story. Dig into the articles and see what they're saying, because you know what? They're betting that you're not going to do that, and that your fear is going to let them stay in control of you and your life and your money. So don't let that happen. That's my advice. That's my personal opinion. Be the master of your own destiny. Make good decisions. Read past the headlines, breathe, and step away from it all from time to time. Life's too short to get sucked into international drama. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this video. So what do you think? Like, I'm not the master of reality here. You know, your opinion matters just as much as mine. Your opinion is just as valid as mine. And I'd really like to know what you think. So drop a comment below. You can hear what Dexter thinks down there, and give us your perspective, because a revolution, even a peaceful one, largely revolves around communication and the adoption of a message. And remember, if you like the content that I produce for you here, please go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification. Dexter, please, dude. So you can be notified every time I drop a new video. And it also really helps the YouTube algorithm to find us, and it helps me grow the channel. I appreciate all you guys' support. Been getting lots of great comments and lots of even private communications, which I really appreciate. So we're coming up on 900 subscribers right now. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes on this video and push toward that 1,000 subscriber mark where the YouTube magic begins. So for now, guys, remember, crypto's crazy. So stay fearless, stay smart, and always make the best decisions for you so you can build your legacy. Hope you all have a fantastic Finish Strong Friday. See you on the next video. This is Jeff, CC Mentor, your cryptocurrency coach and mentor, and I am out of here. Dexter and I are out of here. See ya.